Cut!
I thought we'd be on location for 3 days. It's been 3 weeks, so I had to pick up some more things. Good thing I've got the City Simplicity card. I don't get hit with a fee if I'm late with a payment, which is good, because on this job,
No! Bigger!
I may not be home for a while.
The new City Simplicity card. No late fees, no penalty rate, no worries.
Feeling like a shadow of your former self?
Michael, get the game.
Don't have the hops for hoops with your buddies? Lost your appetite for romance? And your mood is on its way down? You might not just be getting older. You might have a treatable condition called low testosterone or low T. Millions of men 45 or older may have low T. So talk to your doctor about low T.
Hey, Michael!
And step out of the shadows.
Hi, how are you?
Learn more at isitlowt.com.
Progresso, it fits.
Fantastic.
Progresso.
They fit.
Okay.
Okay. I've been eating Progresso, and now my favorite old jeans fit.
Okay.
Is there a woman I can talk to?
Progresso, 40 soups, 100 calories or less.
Since I've lost weight, I have so much more energy than I used to. When I'm out with my kids, my daughter's like, Mom, wait up. And I'm thinking, shouldn't you have more energy than me? You're like 8.
For every 2 pounds you lose through diet and exercise, Ally can help you lose 1 more by blocking some of the fat you eat. Simple, effective. Advantage, Mom. Let's fight fat with Ally.
Welcome to the charter facility on the International Dateline. This is today, while over here is tomorrow, where scientists are working to bring you the latest technology like the Charter Bundle, the most powerful internet, TV and HD, and Charter phone. And with a Charter price guarantee, the price you pay yesterday, today, will be the price you pay tomorrow, where I am now.
In yesterday's clothes.
Burn! Is that all you got? One more rep. Sculpt the guns, baby. Yeah!
How about a real gym for real people? How about Grand Traverse Athletic Club, the gym with the most up-to-date fitness equipment in the area, featuring large cardio and weight room, racquetball, volleyball, great classes, personal training, and much more. Sign up now for our holiday special and get a 1-year membership for only $150. Add unlimited classes for an additional $99. Grand Traverse Athletic Club, just down from Art Van on Park Drive.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Iowa caucuses. We appreciate you being with us here tonight. Rick Santorum, Mitt Romney, and Ron Paul all bunched at the top of the Iowa caucus results so far with 46% of the vote in. It is too close to call. NBC News political director Chuck Todd is tracking things for us tonight by the numbers, and he joins us once again from Des Moines. Chuck?
Well, Rachel, a few things about the vote that is still out, right? We still have, for instance, right here in Polk County, we still have 65% of the vote still out, hasn't been counted. Of course, that is the largest county, accounts for 20%. Also, right here on the western border, Sioux City, Woodbury County, Sioux City, not in Sioux County, by the way. All of these western counties, no votes in at all yet. In 2008, Mitt Romney won all of these counties. This is heavily evangelical, and in the last 48 hours, both Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney spent a lot of time there, and we've seen that it appears that Santorum is overperforming in some of these places where Romney did well in some of these western counties, but we shall see. You don't want to project anything out since we have 0 vote from those important counties. But one other note that Domenico in our political unit came up with, Mitt Romney is underperforming in all of the Mississippi River counties from what he did the last time. He's still winning many of these counties, and I know everybody loves our red, light red, pink color scheme here, but if you watch it carefully, you can see Mitt Romney's still winning most of the counties that he won the last time on this side, but clearly Santorum made some inroads in these counties, cut the margins here. Mitt Romney isn't winning by the same margins that he won by 4 years ago. This is a heavily Catholic part of the state, and there was always this question. This was a place for Rick Santorum, a devout Catholic, to overperform, for instance, where Mike Huckabee was able to do. So that's just something that we ought to be aware of. A little bit of a turnout estimate. It now looks like we're going to be at least at the 120,000 number and maybe a little bit higher. So we may be on our way to a record turnout for Republicans in the Iowa caucuses, Rachel.
Chuck, thank you. It's been interesting to talk to Republicans in Iowa who have been really excited to tout the fact that they've had new Republican registrations, especially after their big year in 2010. Iowa Republicans did very well in those heavily Republican midterms in 2010, and they have sensed that there's been a lot of excitement. They thought they were going to get a big boost out of it. Obviously, 2008 was a record year for Republican turnout in Iowa. It was just slightly over half of what the Democrats got in terms of turnout, and then Democrats won Iowa by almost 10 points with Obama over McCain. So, I mean, if those turnout numbers end up being similar to 2008, is that actually underperforming expectations for Iowa Republicans? Did they want a bigger night?
It would be in an environment where the Republican candidates are telling you this country is in an uprising against President Obama. President Obama has oppressed these people who desperately want to get him out of office. If that's the case, there should be a significantly larger turnout than there was. Last time, there was nothing for Republicans to be angrily going to the polls to fight against in Iowa. Now the Republican candidates claim there is. If there is, where are they?
Yeah. I agree with that. I was at Ron Paul's stump speech in Newton, Iowa, and then at Muscatine, where Santorum was. They vilified the hell out of President Obama. I mean, you'd have thought he's the Antichrist. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, they just go at him. They go at him on the social issues. They go at him on the economy. They go at him about he's not protecting the country. I mean, you'd think we'd had no foreign policy at all. And it's substance over style. I mean, there's a lot of talk about, well, it's not a very enthusiastic. These folks that go to these town halls, they're there not rah-rah. They're there consuming information. They're there trying to make a decision on who doesn't like the president the most. And that's the sense I got there. And so I think the turnout, this is a good turnout. I mean, because based on the comments, so we've heard so many people say, well, the enthusiasm, nobody's excited about these candidates. Well, they might not be excited about the candidates, but they sure are excited about defeating the president. That's the way it's coming down as I
But I don't think the numbers show a movement to unseat this president. I think the point is that if they just match or go a little over what they did in 2008, when you have to remember this comes after 8 years of them having the White House. Yeah. This does not show this surge that people are waiting to select someone to defeat President Obama. I think that so far, the candidates that are running have ran on an anti-Obama platform, have not presented a platform of their own to resonate. And the real issues that affect American people, they haven't given them, and there is no galvanizing. This figure just matches what they did before. You had the White House for 8 years. If you can only match what you had before, where is the whole surge to let's take our country back? That was the theme.
I think, with all respect, Reverend Al, this is a little bit more wishful thinking than reality-based. I think you're going to have a record turnout here tonight for Republicans. I think there's a lot of enthusiasm in the Republican Party to take the fight to the president in the next election. I mean, the Republican voters, and when we get into November, are not going to be unenthusiastic voters. I think when you look at the race unfolding in Iowa tonight, I think that you have seen some endurance by Governor Romney 6 weeks ago. That he would have been in the top three, I think was far out there. Obviously, Senator Santorum coming on, but we're at the beginning now of a long process. 80% of the country thinks it's on the wrong track. I think it's going to be a very competitive presidential election cycle with both parties' bases highly mobile.
A record turnout, Steve, where maybe by 2,000 or 3,000 more than last time is not a big record. And to talk about how Mr. Romney was not supposed to be in the top three, and he's in the top three. He's in the top three with a guy that was last, which shows how much they don't want him. Santorum wasn't even in the ballpark, less known on base, and now they're both headed for home plate. So I wouldn't brag about him enduring when the guy that was in the hot dog